One of the most common programming needs is to be able to perform an action on every element of an object. For example, using a for each on an array to get each key and value, or a for each on a standard object to get each parameter name and value. The mechanism for implementing this behavior is known as an iterator, which is used for traversing through all elements of an object or an array. Iterators can be explicitly defined for custom classes, but that can be an unwieldy and complicated process involving implements and more than a handful of functions. What if I want to act on a subset of an array and perform some logic as I go along, but still be able to iterate through the object? Well, PHP 5.5 has introduced generators, which are an easy, boilerplate-free way of implementing an iterator by using the special yield keyword. Yield provides a value to code looping over the generator and pauses the generator function execution. It'll look very similar to a return statement. I'm going to use a generator to draw cards from a deck. I'm going to switch to the IDE, navigate to Classes, and open game.php. I'm going to code a public function, drawCards. This function takes one argument, which is the number of cards to draw. I'm going to start with some simple logic. So if number of cards not equals int val number of cards, because you can only have whole cards, throw new exception cannot take partial cards. Now that I have that out of the way, I'm going to use the number of cards as part of a for loop. For count equals 0, count is less than the number of cards, and count plus plus. I'm going to get the cards from the deck. So cards equals this deck get cards. If there are any, recycle the deck, meaning put the discard in the deck and shuffle. So if empty cards this recycle. At the end of the loop, I'm going to yield a drawn card. This means each time it goes through the loop, it'll generate a drawn card. Yield this underscore deck draw. Save, then navigate to the construct above. I'm doing a for each for the number of players and cards per player and putting each card yielded by the generator in the hand. To see this in action, switch to the browser and click on Game. The deck, discard, and 2 players are rendered with their drawn cards.